Bienvenidas to Latina Literati. If you enjoy wonderful places, great books, and interesting ideas, then this is the channel for you. And if you've been even glancing at the news and headlines, then you have heard about Ketchup Gate. So I thought, why not do a video on the history of ketchup? Its interplay and relationship with salsa, and where we are today and what all this means. So of course, we're going to start with the history of ketchup. 97% of North American households have ketchup in their cupboard or refrigerator. But the original ketchup had no tomatoes in it at all. These tomatoes, because they don't jiggle. Remember, tomatoes are from this hemisphere. So the original ketchup is brought by the British from China. When the British invade China to force them to be allowed to drug deal, it's known as the Opium Wars. Among the quote-unquote forced trade that the England forces on populations all around the world, they come across this very delicious fish sauce.
Yummy.
It is used as a sauce, not a condiment, in China. The word ketchup is derived from the Chinese word ketchup, which is completely different. It has a different meaning, and it's a completely different sauce. So I thought that was fascinating, that the British needed something to slather on their potatoes and whatever it is they were eating. No one has ever prized the British with hot cuisine awards, but they wanted to douse it in this tart fish sauce, which was supposedly quite delicious. And so they bring it back to England and then bring it to this hemisphere in their colonies and try and replicate it using things like oysters and mushrooms. So not only does this ketchup fish sauce spread in China, in places like Malaysia and Singapore and other places where there are large Chinese communities, they also use the sauce as part of their cuisine. So it's the 17th century, sailors bring it back and they're trying to replicate it, as I mentioned, with oysters and with mushrooms, and it doesn't work. So gradually in this hemisphere, different farmers and different people try and make their own version of the sauce, and that's where the tomato is first added in this hemisphere in North America. The sauce morphs from a fish sauce to the tomato-based sauce we know today. Remember, these tomatoes don't jiggle. Many people from Europe thought tomatoes were poisonous, so they would only eat tomatoes cooked. And that's why tomato sauces are much more popular than tomatoes in salads in the early days of the invading Europeans in this hemisphere. And also cooking and salting the sauce kept it for a longer time. Where you don't have refrigeration, that's really important too. So these sauces were meant to slather on everything, to try and give some taste to the pretty bland cuisine that the Europeans were used to. And it's the early 1800s when farmers who have come up with their own recipes start selling the sauce at fairs or, among their neighbors. And that's really in the late 1800s is when you get the famous Heinz family who develop their sauce and start selling it commercially. So the Heinz family adds vinegar and pectin, and that then allows for an even tartar sauce and also a longer shelf life. And this may surprise you, but organic ketchup has significantly more benefits and nutrition than just regular ketchup. So if you find it, if it's around, definitely choose organic. So as you're enjoying this condiment, know that on January 6, 2021, the pseudo commander-in-chief, angry that he was not allowed to follow the goons into the Capitol, assaulted his security driver and also threw on the dining room walls, floors, and table of the West Wing dining room ketchup.
Me to come in and then pointed towards the front of the room near the fireplace mantle and the TV, where I first noticed there was ketchup dripping down the wall and there's a shattered porcelain plate on the floor. The valet had articulated that the president was extremely angry at the Attorney General's AP interview and had thrown his lunch against the wall.
He was known for eating fast food slathered in ketchup, and that is what's being called Ketchup Gate. So as you enjoy this condiment, know that it was being thrown around the West Wing dining room. Know that it is at the center of something called Ketchup Gate, which is in the news, being mentioned in the halls of Congress in hearings.
I grabbed a towel and started wiping the ketchup off of the wall to help the valet out.
And of course, I can't not describe the relationship with salsa. So demographics are real. You can accept the demographic reality or you can be swept away by it. But the reality is that salsa is more popular than ketchup. Again, these numbers are from a few years ago, but about $500,000 a year is spent on salsas, all sorts of salsas. And of course, that doesn't count the ones that we make at home because we love making homemade salsas. And about $450 million is spent on ketchup. So now, of course, it's my favorite time of the video, the book recommendations. And what could I possibly recommend in a video having to do with Ketchup Gate? Well, of course, books about ketchup. So Pure Ketchup by Andrew Smith is a history of the condiment, and you can read all about it and learn how tomatoes were integrated into it and how it became the condiment that is so well loved today in North America and in lots of places. The second book is the Heinz Tomato Ketchup Cookbook by Paul Hadley, and it is exactly what it says in the title. It's a cookbook about how to use ketchup in different recipes and how to bring out flavors in dishes with ketchup. So I thought that was a fun book to recommend as well. But we can't forget salsa, can we? And so there's a wonderful book called 365 Days of Salsa, 365 different salsas, their recipes, and how to prepare them at home. We all have family recipes. We have something called chilmol, which is amazing, where everything is roasted and nicely pureed. It's just delicious on everything that we use almost every day. Ella Martinez prepares this beautiful book, 365 Salsa Recipes, and as usual, I will always link it below. Your library or local bookstore are always the best places to get books, but if perchance your library is not yet open or you don't have a local bookstore, then I'm happy to provide the links below so that you can purchase them used or new at places like Better World Books, where they leverage your purchase to provide literary materials to communities in need. So thank you so much for joining me in this fun spoof video, and I hope that you've learned something about ketchup and Ketchup Gate and of course salsa. As always, we wish for you salud, cariño y mucho amor. Muchas gracias.